My name is Ali Gurocak. I'm the founder of Metaggio.
Are you ready to give your minute pitch, get some feedback?
Yes, sure, I'm ready.
What are you building?
I'm building the marketplace called Metaggio. Metaggio is a Web3 marketplace. It allows customers for designer furniture and artwork, which we are bridging the home decor with an emerging art. And so where people can now are enabled to do configuration and customization in a 3D design templates that are submitted through worldwide designers. And we train our AI for the best recommendation engines where that actually matches the best artwork that goes and aligns with that furniture, which helps that buyer for decorating their environment and building that best living spaces, and which an artwork is something it's very demanded as a secondary market. And also what we also help the consumers and the artists to authenticate and to validate the data. And so when they are tired, because it's any type of home
That's about a minute.
information. Absolutely.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Thoughts?
Simply bridging the home decor with an emerging art and bringing the designer furniture and rugs and artwork, and then the future tokenization. So we aim to build the community of artists and designers, and then future involvement is going to start tokenizing these tangible real world assets.
Okay.
Through our marketplace.
What's the problem that you're solving?
The real problem that exists in the furniture market are the returns. In 2022, $178 billion has been lost. Just because of that, returns that can not really give the full confidence for any kind of consumer. Just that is one thing, that one big vertical that we try to solve that existing in the home decor market.
Super helpful. How do you
23% to drop down to 2 to 3% with the help of augmented reality.
Okay. And so talk to me more about how you're solving the returns problem.
Absolutely. So the 3D model now, even in IKEA and other furniture companies are using this. And what we else offering to this concept, it's multiple objects where you can customize in your physical environment. So that 3D model can be digitized in your physical environment, so you can do mix and match. So that's the methodology that we thought of that could actually solve the problem that exists in the furniture, but also that can align by bringing the best match of artwork, because the artwork is the perfect component that aligns so well with the furniture. So now you can bring your table, your sofa, your chair, your recliner, any environment, not just 1 or 3, 5, 10, as much as you want to. And then you can decorate with the artwork or a piece of mineral or a piece of other furniture, and you can put together and you can put that sculpture at the top of that table. And that helps you. And even that helps you to estimate the dimension. So the gap, it actually tells you, that scans, so that basically you're already being convinced with that dimension, the gap that you're allowed to, so that basically you can squeeze it, so that furniture that will fit, so you don't have to. And as long as you actually that match that you're trying to build for your space to make it more embellished, right? So that actually helps for that item not being returned. And you're saving billions of dollars, guys, literally. So this is the major problem, and that we're aimed to go in. Second of all is that certificate of purchases, which people name that an NFT, but for us, it's that actually the proof of purchase. So whatever that goes there, that's submitted by our artist, that we evaluate them, we validate them, and then we authenticate them, basically doing the whole due diligence.
Pausing you. Okay. Where do I begin? We've met, so I feel the right, let's call it, to be a little direct.
Please.
You told a minute pitch that has nothing to do with the product you then described. And it's Web3, which makes all of it much worse. I don't like Web3. as a general principle. I don't understand why it's related. Let's put that to the side for a second. We'll come back to it. What does the first portion of your minute have to do with the furniture, decor, matchmaking, 3D modeling product that you described? You described a user experience pretty vividly. In fact, much better than most founders who get on this stage. You gave me an ability to feel what your product is. I have no idea how it was related to the first minute.
All right, let me break it down.
Yeah.
Let me break it down. So it's really nowadays is really not that Web3, by the way, just more in the industrial.
So take that and toss it in the trash.
It's more 2.5 because we are listing these artwork in a 2D where now these people can see them all 360. So they can rotate it. But also,
is the reason you're Web3 because you have art that you want people to turn into physical art?
What do you mean by physical art? Everything is physical, by the way. Whatever is listed, it's actually technically
so then why is it
shipped
Web3?
to you. Because the platform, it's all in the Web3 where because of the blockchain, because...
Does what for me? I buy art, I put it on my wall.
Yeah. So we actually put on our chain, and then we're now utilizing Polygon, which is an Ethereum. And then towards...
For what purpose?
For what purpose? Because people do want to see them authenticated and buyers. And also...
Want to do what authenticated?
Say it one more time.
What do they want to see authenticated?
That artwork. It's actually registered in any chain.
Why does it need to be a chain?
Because people
how do people do physical verification?
Right. So the physical verifications are now costly, right? And also, when you decide to relist that artwork, people get tired, and it's like another decorative pieces. And when you actually happen to tend to change your home decoration, you might also want to trade your art, or you want to get rid of it.
What do people do today?
What people are doing today with the traditional system, they're either working with the auction houses, which is another component in our marketplace. You can simply think our marketplace as a regular marketplace, but what differentiates us that we are building a design software. So our design editor that is being embedded in the marketplace is something that has never been done.
Okay, let me just put it this way. I would never use a Web3 product, ever. I haven't, except once. In 2022 or 2023, I finally decided as a product person, I should experience what it's like to buy Bitcoin. So for the first time in my life, I bought some Bitcoin. Other than that, I refuse. It's all either ambitious, well-meaning people like you or scammers, grifters, including the VCs who have built it. I'll say that out loud. So stop. You didn't say anything that needs to be built on the blockchains. For the love of God, founders, give up. Web3 means absolutely nothing to you achieving the design, the art, the furniture. The only thing it does is it means people like me will never touch your product. And so if there are other reasons for me to touch your product, all you've done is poison the thing. There's now I think two Web3 products that have gotten on the stage that have kind of convinced me because they do that 2.5 thing. It's like, this is like the 17th time. I wonder if he still watches the feedback loop. Fime of Blaze, it's a peer-to-peer Venmo style thing that's backed by USDC so that you can do it as a stable coin so you can do international. My desire for him is to follow the law, and I think his thing only works in a case where no one cares that he's facilitating international payments. But if we've accepted that illegal transactions will happen, then he's going to build a good business on top of illegal transactions. Fair enough. This is not compelling from a Web3 perspective. So my encouragement to you is everything you said about Web3 has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the value proposition. Tossed in the trash.
Let's skip in the 2.5 with the actual marketplace.
Two only.
Fine. But the reason that I'm actually, let's actually focus on why it's Web3. It's only linked to the crypto. No. And some people are confused there because it's not just the crypto. It is all about the 3D representation, which we call digital twins, guys. So this product can be tokenized, and that has to be shipped to you. And there's no such a thing that actually those kitty cats or those type of NFTs that we're even touching. No. The reason that we are authenticating, because the artwork by our art directors, by our head of art, because it comes from an art. He used to work for Pace Galleries and Park West Galleries, which are the most prestigious.
So you have as a 3D marketplace and a 3D modeling platform that allows people to see stuff in their space, which makes them more likely to transact, less likely to return, more likely to see things they wouldn't have bought because it allows them to visualize the thing. It allows the people who build the thing to better showcase their product. None of this needs the Web3 component.
Oh, that's right. It's the reason that why I am actually linking that to Web3 because of the blockchain component and the 3D environments. Because the 3D, we're actually building the global art hub for artists and designers that can put their artworks there. So they can actually, even with their avatars, that they can actually be even hang out next to their artwork. So someone actually visiting from Hong Kong, someone is actually visiting from Turkey, someone is visiting from France. They might actually happen to run across with these people and actually have a conversation when they are not able to visit these people in life and never going to be able to actually have the chance to even see them. So now we're going to be doing some art talks, art educations about the art history. And then that is actually a value add where they can attend to these environments and where the buyers can come across and then they can talk. So these 3D environments that I actually link as a Web3.
I hear you. I guess my challenge with this pitch is that that's totally a problem. And you just mentioned a solution for it. And then also you mentioned you started with the problem of the size of furniture returns, which I think is quite not associated with this problem of being able to have a broader range of audiences for your artwork and being able to engage with other art owners and pieces of art. And so maybe this is a sequencing question, and maybe it's what is the first iteration of your product? What's kind of your MVP, and who's also your customer, who's paying you, right? Because I imagine the people who experience the furniture returns problem is not and willing to pay to solve that problem. It's not quite the people who are experiencing the art
I have an answer for that. Nika, the same thing that happens, that it cures for that same problem, that it cures for the artwork as well. People do want to visualize it. So what our technology provides any type of consumer, which there are knowledge and educated art buyers and furniture, which is a commodity. So anybody, which the replacement rates are 3 to 5 years, by the way, with the furniture. So when we do showcase that product that helps them to vision, yes, with the artwork, when you show the artwork with the furniture, it helps people to make a better decision. And even our AI, which we've been training, the AI with those design classifications, the categorized models that we actually build. So any furniture that being listed, before it gets listed, we give them a mark where it's either classified as eclectic, it's either classified as bohemian, or it's either or both, or even including modern, contemporary, etc., etc. So we're also building that recommendation engine based on that artwork, which is specified by our head of art and the art directors that actually brings, hey, this type of artwork, it's a contemporary, and it's actually this, and it's actually the type of this, and genre is this. So we built the best match, which helps the furniture buyer to, make the purchase.
Yeah. I guess I would just say that I totally agree that seeing the art, seeing the furniture as a buyer, super useful. But the furniture return piece isn't so much my problem. I'll go and buy furniture all day and then I'll call up, whoever delivered it and return it. It costs me a little bit of inconvenience, but I'm not the main bearer of the cost of furniture returns, right? The furniture manufacturer or distributor or retailer is, right? The problem that you've mentioned that you're solving is really the one related much more to the consumer and oriented towards the consumer buyer.
Augmented reality.
Than yes. And having the artwork on the blockchain to track, maybe the journey that artwork or the ownership journey of that artwork. Sure. That's a consumer problem. But that's actually not really tied to however many billions of dollars is lost because furnitures get returned. It's not consumers losing that money. You know what I mean? It's the retailers losing that money.
Right.
And the retailers don't.
So B2C is the way to go. And because they're actually solving the actual consumer's problem with the returns.
For the sake of time, I'm going to wrap things up, which is my privilege as the host of this show. I root for founders. So I'm rooting for you, even though you're in Web3. And there are many Web3 founders who have come on this stage.
I'm never going to say promise. No more Web3.
And you didn't tell me Web3 last time when we met. Just so you know, you did not say Web3
We're
last
not,
time.
by the way. So I apologize for that.
But
which we are
let me be clear to you.
Yes,
I'm rooting for founders. But I'm rooting for founders to solve the thing they actually care about. FIME cares about international payments, or what are other blockchain companies I've come in here? I kind of wash them away. Whatever problem they care about, being Web3 in 2024 and beyond is no longer going to help you. Everything you want to achieve with the arts, history, and where it's been and authentication, do it the hard way, do it the traditional way, because at this point, people are over it. These platforms have died. A16Z made their money. No one else has. Let's move on. No, let me finish. Build the 3D modeling, the furniture. I can see it. I can place it next to each other. It's less likely that I return it, maybe, to Nika's overall point. The parts that you're describing with Web3, because I'm rooting for you, this is the final word, we're going to stop here, have had no impact to your ability to achieve your mission, which I'm excited about from a 3D modeling, a marketplace, a measurement. I'm buying a lot of furniture for this office. I love
This is the main
to
focus.
put 3D. It should be the only focus. Thank you so much for sharing. That's it.
Thank you very much.
That's it.